Participants are joining, Dr. Ghazal. We'll wait for 5 minutes if you don't mind.
Yes, yes, Dr. Sakib.
Dr. Ghazal, you can start now.
Thank you, Dr. Sakib. Thank you so much. Good morning, all of you. I hope all are doing well. Thank you so much, Dr. Sakib, for the opportunity. And good morning, everyone. Welcome once again in the session of Tableau, where we are now today on the pick. And finally, we are going to wind up the session today with so many new things also. So today, this is a day 4 of FDP, and we have wonderful three sessions which we have already done. And today we are having this as a conclusion session with multiple new things coming in your plate today. This is a FDP of data visualization and storytelling using Tableau, and I am here for you for FDP day 4 and coming taking with me multiple new things for you. So just quickly I'll take with the quick revision whatever we have done. So basically we have started with the introduction of Tableau. We have understood what are business intelligence tools. We understood what is business intelligence. Then we moving forward, we have seen what is official website of Tableau, what are the features Tableau provides us, how it is different from the Excel, which is already a product of Microsoft, which is in the market from so long. So we have understood the terminologies between Tableau and Excel, and then we have done with the installation and started with the connecting data set. Afterwards, we have understood various data types in the Tableau, because when we work with the data, of course, we should understand what type of data we have. So whatever data type or whatever data types available in Tableau, we have seen those data types. We have performed the variations based on the measures, based on the dimensions. When we have connected the data from our data set to the Tableau, we have seen that by default the data gets categorized in dimensions and measures. Afterwards, we have seen various charts and graphs, which is very much useful for visualization. So, till that point, we have understood that what is data visualization, and we have seen data visualization with the help of charts and graphs. So, the first point which we have in our topic or in our the heading of our FDP, that is data visualization, comes with the charts and graphs. Now the storytelling dashboard, everything we I'm going to cover in today's sessions. So in that we will be working practically. I will be telling you how to perform or how to create the dashboard, how we use the storytelling. With this, even we have performed some extra work or extra part which is taken yesterday, wherein we have created some new fields which are not available in the Tableau or in the data set. We created in the Tableau based on the requirement. So that is the calculated field, and then we have understood that it is not necessary that we need the data for data visualization, which is exactly in the in the data set. Sometimes we need to apply some filters, right? We don't want all the time the complete data, all 30,000 records, all 40,000 records at a time. But we need to filter it based on some particular filters or some particular criteria or conditions. So that is what we have understood yesterday. So we will be performing practically filters today, and then we go ahead with the data storytelling and dashboards. Okay, so I'll just take you ahead. So basically, you all know that this is our integrated model management model. We have Regenesis graduate attribute with us, and now on the day fourth, you all know me, but I would love to introduce myself. My name is Ghazal. I have done my education in computer applications. I have various certification of Microsoft and a wide 12 years of experience in this field of education. Yes, we are working on a Tableau FDP wherein we already done all these days, like 3 days content. Now today we are covering the last fourth day content, and which is very interesting and very concluding. So almost all this learning objective which we have here is covered. We know how we know and understand very well that what is business intelligence, what are the tools. We know the basic visualization. We understood the what are the platforms available in the Tableau. So we almost get receive all the objectives from here. Now, before going ahead, yes, I will not leave my students before without questions, right? So again, I just want a quick revision with some MCQs. So this is first MCQ for you. Quickly, you can give answers on the chat box. This is something on which we have done the sessions. So a quick revision with this MCQ. So, which of the following functions can be used in calculated field? Now, I hope that yesterday when I have told you, you have after the session also you have seen the various functions which are available, and you have applied some calculated field. Okay, you have created some calculated field based on those particular functions, right? So I just hope that you have performed afterwards. Yes. Okay, so I can see Gitanjali saying A. Okay, everyone is on A. Okay. Okay, Tanvi is saying D. Yes, so good, you are correct, Tanvi. That answer is D because all the things which we have is functions available in uh, in Tableau, right? So the next question comes here for you, where can you create the calculated field in the Tableau? So you just need to give me the proper channel. Is it in data source tab, or is it in worksheet, or we have the option C, or only in the dashboards you can create it? Perfect. So Bhumika, Binu, Tarun, Gitanjali, thank you so much for all the responses. The answer is C. Yes, we know that we have the analysis menu above. And from there, we have the option of create calculated field, and from there we can create it. The next one is, how can you round up a value to the nearest tenth in the tablet? So now here, why I have given 10, because here also the second is 10. So what is the correct one? Round up. Yes. Good. Others? Perfect. So the answer is yes. When I'm saying it is round up, right? So if you remember, we have ceiling and floor, two things. Up means ceiling, and floor is down, so it will not give you up value. When you want round up, it will give you with the ceiling. So the answer is B. Okay, so thank you so much for all the responses which I have received. Okay, so I will just give a quick recap of filters what we have, and then we go ahead with the practicals on the filters. Yesterday we have seen some introduction of filters, but we have not done any practical. So today we will be completing the filters, then the dashboards, and then we go with the story. So basically here when I'm talking about the filters, it's nothing but the data inclusion or separation, you can say. So when we want the complete data is not going to be taken into consideration. Sometimes it happens that we need particular data. Okay, so for example, we have taken in yesterday's session that for recruitment team, if they have particularly defined that they have to take the recruitment, or they have to you take only the interview for the applicants who have maximum or at least 5 years of experience. So there they have defined a condition. The experience should be 5 years uh, for the applicants. So there, in such cases, all the data will not come up with the for the charts or drafts or for the analysis. We will just need to filter it, and you can use it. Use the filtered data instead of complete data. So we have seen this. I'll just take it quickly because we have already done this. So filter types, yes, to optimize the performance and to get the interactivity. Extract filters, data source filters, context filters. These three we have for the optimized performance, and this dimension measure and table calc filter. This is for interactivity. Now this too we have already seen that this too will be performed on another platform. So we will be performing all these fours, that is context, dimensions, measures, and table calc. We have seen what actually the filter is. So filter is something which is applied on all the layers, right? So when we connect the data set to the Tableau, then we see that this data source is then connected to the worksheet, or then this worksheet, inside worksheet also you can see that when we have all the data but still you apply the filter on a specific field. So in that way it gets divided. So first is the extract field, which we have applied here at the time of connection, before the Tableau. When it gets connected before the Tableau, then only we have used that filter. So it is used before the data enters into the Tableau. Then where it is of course very much good is if we can see about the performance. So when we don't require anything, we are just keeping it out before getting it into the Tableau only. So it is more, it gives more optimized performance because the content or the data which is not required is not even getting into Tableau. So performance is much higher when we are talking about extract filters. Then the second which we have is data source filters. In data source filters, we are taking it into consideration when the data source is already connected, but then when we take it to the worksheet, in between only we have applied this filter. So that is a data source filter which is which gives the optimization for visualization. You can use that for sensitive data, where if you have any sensitive data you can use it for that. Then we have seen the differences. We have seen the context filter. Context filter is a filter which we apply on the data in the worksheet. So now here this is applied in the worksheet level. Now, when I'm applying it to the worksheet level, it will somehow lose the performance because, of course, everything goes here and then it gets applied or context level. And here it gives flexibility, even if it loses the context, but it is mostly used. Why so? Because here it is not dependent on other sheets. So whatever context I create here, it is dependent only on this worksheet. So it will not flow, it will not go to the another worksheet. So that's why context filter is widely used and it is flexible. Then afterwards, when we have done all this, in that the dimension filter and measure filter and table calculation filter that we apply on the chart level or on the content level. So when we use, see, context is something wherein we apply it to every field. But when I'm talking about the dimension measure, so let's say for example any one dimension. So for example, let's say dimension is region, right? In that region, if you remember, we have four fields, that is east, west, central, or south. Such four five regions we have. Now this is what the dimension. So if let's say for example I need to filter only the east data, so that is what the dimension filter I am applying it on the dimension. Similarly, for filters, for measure filters, if I apply any filter on the measures, so for example, profit, sales, all this, I want to check the sales greater than 1,000. So this is what, I'm not taking all the sales. I am applying a filter that it should be greater than 1,000. So all the sales which is greater than 1,000 come up with this filter. So this is something which is applied on the level of a graph or chart or analysis which we do. That's why it is very much useful and very much widely used, because it will not disturb everything. It will just give you the actual data which is required. So afterwards, we have seen how it gets processed. It gets processed in this step only. The first extract will get processed, then data source, then context filter, dimension filter, measure filter, and table calculate filter. When I'm talking about this first three will be used for optimize the performance, wherein if I'm talking about the next one, it is always for the interactivity and analysis. So when we always have a data, it will give a clear idea, and that's why it is used for interactions and analysis. And when I'm talking about this two, the starting two is working on the data source page, and the remaining all this will be applied on the sheets. So we will be seeing all this today: context, dimension, measures, and table. So as you know that till this point we have already completed, and I have just given you a quick overview. Now going ahead, I just want to take you to the filter. So everyone, could you please start your Tableau? Everyone start the Tableau, and you can start it from the run, and you can click. Once you click it, it gets started, and once it gets started, you have to connect it with your data set. Now, for example, if you, after this FDP also, if you are getting interested in working with Tableau, so it is, I just want to tell you that this sample superstore, it is not only the data set on which you can work. There are various other data set on which you can work, and that is openly available freely on the internet. So if you type on Google, let's say on Google, if you type here data set for Tableau. So if you have this data set for Tableau, there are various sample data which is available on the official website of Tableau. Even it is available on the Kaggle website. So Kaggle is also a platform wherein we are able to get various data sets. So this is just for information. If you are interested to move forward in this field and want some more data sets for your performance, so you can get the data set online, which is freely available. Now going ahead, here what I've done is I have just now connected my sample superstore and I have taken my orders data set or order sheet into my consideration. So you can see all the data which I have is coming here, and you can see that 21 fields and 994 rows are available. Yesterday we have even created various fields which are the calculated field. Now with that calculated field, I have one more question. Actually, that question is I'm expecting it from you, but let me ask the one. So when we have created the calculated field, so here we have seen, yeah, yesterday that we have created some calculated field. For example, cost we have created. So cost is one column which I have created in this Tableau. So can anybody guess that that same cost column can be available in my Excel sheet also? I have created it here and I am connecting my data set. So my data set is already connected. I am able to see it that it is available here. So what you feel that cost is available in the data set also? Good. So I'm getting the answer no. Perfect. So answer is no because we are creating it here on this particular platform only. We are not. See, whatever data we have from the data set, we are taking it in the Tableau, but we are not doing anything in reverse. We are not sending any data from Tableau to the dashboard or the data set. So data set which already we have, that will be same as it is. We are not anything we do the changes here in Tableau will not reflect back to the data set. All the things which we are doing here, it is in the Tableau only. So now going to the filters part. Okay. So first of all, when I'm talking about filters, filters are actually a particular way wherein we can get uh, the filters based on any particular context, okay, or any field. So for example, right now, as I have given you the example that I want to take it in the region wise. So what I'm doing is, let's say I'm taking it here the subcategory, okay, and then I'm taking sales into consideration. So you can see I am taking sales here. So see what I have is the sales and subcategories in the text box in the text format I have. So now here you can see that I have two fields. One is the subcategory and second is this sales. Now what I do is I want to apply any filter. Okay, for example, if I want to apply any filter, so that filter will come here in this box. Now this is the box where we have to use it. Okay, so if let's say for example I am using it here, uh, subcategories Again, let me take the categories also. Okay, you can see I have a category, I have a subcategory, and I have even sales. But now let's see if I want the data in region wise. So what I do is I just take it and I put it here. Okay. So you can see I'm getting the data region wise, which is I have just taken it and put it on the colors. Why colors? So that it will be differently available. If I take it in this way, you can see it is properly, it is not that much easily available. But what I do is I just take it and I put it in the color so you can see it is properly available region wise. Now, if I just take it here, filters. Now, this is a particular dialog box which we have to learn today, which we have to understand today. What I have done is, till this point, everyone is very well understood, right? What I have done, I have taken categories, I have taken subcategories, then I have taken region, and based on that, I have taken the sales also. And if, let's say, if I remove this, okay, I'll just take it because one measure is required. So you can see this is the subcategory details, furniture, office supplies, and then technology. All three categories I am getting with all the regions and subcategories also. Now, what I want is to apply the filter. Okay. Now, to apply the filter, we have a dialog box which contains all the types of filters, the dimension filters also, the measure filters also, everything you can apply from there. So only the thing which we have to do is on whatever field we have to apply the filter, that we have to drag and put it in this pan. When you do that, we immediately will get a dialog box which will allow us to set the filter. So for example, let's say region. Now when I'm taking region and I'm putting it here, see, I am getting the dialog box of filter on region field, and all the values which I have in that column is now available here. So now let's say, for example, if I want South data only, okay. So what I do is I just uncheck other region. I just uncheck other region and I am clicking on apply and OK. So you can see now I am getting only the value from the South region for all the categories and subcategories, of course, because I have not applied any filter on the subcategories or categories. I have just taken for South region. Yes. So what I have done is based on the requirement, like the example which I have taken, that if I want the recruit the applicants who have the skills of Python. So what I can do is I can select from the skills, only click on the Python so that I will get the details of those applicants. This is how you can use these filters. So I'm just giving you 2 to 3 minutes. If you have any query, you can ask, or you can please try it at this point. So now here what I have done is I am using the filter. Which filter? It is a general filter. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just creating first tab which says general. Okay, as soon as if I'm doing this here, you can see this is also getting changed. So here I have selected the region which is South, only the data which is available for South, I'm getting it here. So you can see for chairs, I'm getting sales 45, then subcategory, then region and furniture. So if you remember, you can see the tooltip. In this tooltip, I'm getting all the things. I'm getting category, subcategory, region, and sales. So all these four things which I have here All these four things I'm getting in the tooltip also. Okay. Yes, please everyone try this, or you can try for any other region. Let's try for North. I'm giving you two minutes to perform. Try it for any other region. And it is not necessary that you take all this like category or subcategories, both. Okay, if you want, you just use the categories only, or you can use the subcategory only. So then, like based on the data with whatever you have or requirement, whatever you have, you can get the fields, or you can take the fields here in the rows and columns. Please put done if you are done. Perfect. Thank you, Gitanjali, Dr. Shilpa, Tanvi. These filters are actually very much important when we talk about getting the data, because when we have big data, when we have the data in thousands and thousands, all the time it is not required for take for using complete data set. So it is very much important to apply filters, and almost all the time the filters are being used to get the insights. Thank you, Dr. Kernels. You can try for other regions also. So if let's say now, I can see that almost everyone has done. Now, can we do the changes here only? Let's say, for example, by mistake, I have taken south, but the requirement is for another region. So can I do the changes? So the answer is yes. For everything, the answer is yes in the Tableau. So we can edit the filter, and we can see if I have central. Okay, so now what I can do is here, just first time when we have done is we have checked it, and whatever element I want, I have checked it and I have applied it. Here even I can do vice versa, which I don't want, that I can also exclude. So for example, right now I have taken this south, but now what I do is I just exclude this south. I've clicked on exclude here. So when I've excluded it, you can see I will get central, east, and west, all three here. I have ticked here, it means I'm excluding it. So you can do it two ways, either include. So include is by default. If you are not taking this, it means it is a include. This is by default. And you can even do it with the exclude option. So sometimes it happens that the data which is excluded is some which is very less, and data which need to be included is high. So instead of doing tick mark to include one, it is good to exclude the fields. So let's say, for example, now I want to exclude the south, and I'm clicking it here, exclude, and you can see I'm applying an okay. So you can see other than south, all the three regions, central, east, and west, is available now. Yes. So two ways you can see we can have is one is the include and second one is exclude. By default, we have the include one. This is a particular general tab which where from where we can select the field which is required, and from here we can even exclude it. And here, while we use it, we can use it to improve the performance by reducing the size of data. So why we are doing it? Of course, if the data is less, if the data is appropriate, then the performance is improved. So you can see that we improve the performance by reducing the size of data. And here we use the date fields to reduce the size of data. Means you can even use the date fields also. So this is also an example wherein if you can take the date fields, that is very simple. So I hope that that is very much clear. Now how to apply the context filter. Now for context filter also you can see here the context is on the high first level of the your data. So it is category in this particular example. So how you can do it if you want uh, based on the category. So just okay. Uh, Here you can see the include one. The example right now what we have done is we have used include. Include is by default selections which is available in the filters and that will included in the view. But if you click on this exclude, here we have an exclude option wherein the selections which we have done is excluded from the view. So we have two options which is included and excluded. And now here, uh, let's say for example, I'm doing it for date also. So now let's say a new sheet, and on new sheet I will take again category. Now this is on context level, right? So category I have taken and here you can see three categories are available. Three categories. Let's say for example, I want to check the discounts, okay, on this categories. So when I'm using the discounts and the categories, you can see I'm getting all these three categories. But when I want to apply the context filter, what I can do is again on the context. Here I'm taking it and you can see I have, let's say, only office supplies. Okay. So this is what I am including, not excluding. So office supplies and I am clicking apply and okay. So you can see I'm getting only the data related to office supplies. With this, if I want to include the states, so you can see I'm getting the office supplies with all the states which I have, and of course with the discounts. So now you can see if I have particularly one category, I have the data which is optimized. If I want to work on office supplies only for particular state, that I have done. Now let's say here also I don't want the data for California. I don't want the data for California. So now what I do is I'll take this state where of course to the filters. And when I've taken the states, you can see all the states I am getting. And by default, everything is included. Just simple thing for creating the filters, understand the field on which you have to apply the filter and take it to the filters tab here. Once you take it here, it is very easy to understand, or it will directly pop up this dialog box from where you can include and exclude the data. Okay. And now from here, let's say I am saying I don't want California. So I have unchecked it, right? Or what I can do is I don't want all. So none, if I'm clicking on none, it means everything gets deleted, unchecked. And now if I am clicking here and I'm excluding it, So this is also one way that you can do. Or what you can do is you just select all and uncheck this. It means it will include all and it will not include the one which is California. Right? So either way you can do. This is all and null. And when I'm doing apply and all, so you can see I'm not having the California now in the list. Yes, no data available for California. So this is how you can apply the filters. Now, when we have include and exclude, and after that come up with the dimension filters. So now, when I'm talking about the dimensions, okay, it actually goes with the high cardinality. So here, when we talk about the dimension, we talk with the second tab on the same dialog box. So, for example, if I want to see anything which um, have a particular uh, words or particular starting, particular ending, okay, it can be anything. See, when we want the data needs to be filtered, it can be in any format. Okay, right now I have told that I need the data from South region. But if I need to perform much on that dimension, okay, then there that comes with the dimension. Okay, so what you can do is you can use the wildcard tab and you can use that for your dimension filter. So next what I'm doing is I'm just taking a dimension new sheet. Everyone please create the sheets. We will be taking the same for the dashboards. Okay, so now for example I want to have again, let's say I am taking subcategories because in that we have multiple values. So subcategories I have taken, right? Now this is what dimension, and if I apply some filter on this, it becomes dimension filters. How we do on this, the values inside it we have. So now let's say again what I'm doing is just taking the subcategory to the filters. Here, instead of this, if I want it on the dimension, so I am using the wildcard here. And let's say, for example, I want every subcategory which starts with A, okay, or which contains A. So you can see if I apply and if say okay, so you can see all the data in which I have A is now available. I am filtering the dimension here. I am filtering the dimension. You can see all the data or all the values in which I have that character is now available. For example, if I want to edit it, and again for this wildcard, if I need to exclude the value in which A is there, so it does not contain A. Yes, I'm applying and clicking on OK. So these are the values in which there is no alphabet A. So that gets excluded. Yes, you can use this with any other fields, right? That is also getting changed based on this. So if let's say for example here I am using subcategories and I want to check the profits with it. Okay, so for profit also you will be getting on the so on that fields only. I'll not get the profit for other fields also. It gets applied for the field which is filtered. Okay, so try everyone. Now I want the subcategories which end with S, which end with S. Everyone create a dimension filter, create a dimension filter for subcategory which and with S. Please everyone try this. Which end with S. For all the subcategories. So you can just create, edit filter, then wildcard. What you can do here, please try it. All the subcategories. So right now I'll just delete this filter, remove this filter, and you can see I have all this. Okay. And you have to give me the data which end with S. Perfect. Thank you, Tanvi. Perfect. So I can see all are so excited and doing it. Dr. Karnils, Dr. Pali, thank you, Mridula, thank you, Dr. Bhumika. Perfect. Okay, so thank you so much. You all have done. So what we have the next. So let's say this is for the dimension which we have. Now let's take some date dimension. Okay, so I'll just remove this, and or let's say I'll just create a new one so that we will have it for dashboard. So let's say I'm keeping the filters here. Now, when I'm keeping the filters here, this is an example which will give you a different way of working, okay, with different and a dialog box. So here, let's say for example, I first take it here, uh, order date, okay, and from that order date, what I'm doing, I'm just taking it here. And from 2014, 2015, 16, and 17, let's say I want to use the years. Okay. I want to check only for, or I want the data which is after 2015. All the data which I require is after 2015. So what I can do is I just take 20 years, go to next. Very important. Okay. Now from here, you can again see that I want all from 2015. I'm applying, clicking on OK. You can see that this dimension. Even we can apply it on the date format. So for all the data which is available after 15 is coming here, and 14 and before that it gets removed. Okay. So now going ahead, this is now here it is case insensitive. Okay. So if you have given the letters in lower case or in small case, in upper case, it affects, right? Now, when I'm talking about the advanced filter, in advanced filters, we have this wildcard, top end filters, and threshold filters and condition filters. For any specific conditions, if you want, you can apply that. So now we are working on this condition filters. What we want is if I want to apply any condition, okay, if I want to apply any condition that we can do based on the data which I have. So for condition tab here, let's take it again as dimension, date, dimension. And then now here the next one, I just want a sheet. Okay, not the dash. It's to be deleted. So now this sheet, now in this sheet, I am taking condition, okay, into consideration. So what I'm doing is again, when I want to check for any condition, I have to take the category and subcategories in the row. Okay. So categories, do it with me if you want. You can take categories and subcategories into the rows. Okay. This is something which we are doing and we know it. Afterwards, once we do it, now what we want is we want to check the product name based on the quantity. Okay, product name based on the quantity. So what we do is we have to take the product name here, and on condition. This is the filter which I'm applying in product name. Okay, so I want to use it for quantity. So you can see the all the fields which we have here is now available here, but it will apply on the product name. So for example, I need it in the quantity. So I want to check it. Now it is condition which I have says I have already told you that if I want to check the year of experience greater than 5. So where to apply greater than 5? Because here in general tab we don't have. Wildcard also we don't have. In general tab we are just selecting the available fields. In wildcard we have some particular specific data which starts with S and with so any particular specific way if we have that we can use with the wildcard data. But when to use condition, if I have the values or if I have the condition to take out the profit which is greater than 500, or the year of experience greater than 5 years. So where to apply that condition? So that condition will apply here. So for example, if I want to check the product name based on the quantity, okay. So let's say for example, I'm giving very less, let's say greater than 8. Okay. And on some only, I'm just loading it. Now when you are loading it and you can see minimum and maximum value you are getting here. Yes, you are getting the minimum and maximum value. So it means this is correct. Sometimes if you select the or a particular condition which is not available. So for example, if you need to ask for 5 greater than 5 years of experience, but you have mistakenly given 50 years, but there is no data which is 50 year, which have an experience more than 50 years. So then in that, when you load it, it will give you null. If the data is not available, it will give you null. So that you have to check, and you have to make sure that when you load it, you will get a minimum and maximum value for that quantity which you have. So now if I'm applying, if I'm clicking OK, so you can see now product name, I'm taking it here. So you can see the product names available. And if I use it in the profit or the quantity, okay, so you can see the quantities detail. Now here with the tool tip, you are able to understand the product name with the subcategory and the quantity also, right? So you can see if I use it only for, let's say, subcategories. So here you can see the quantities are available of all the products for subcategories. And if I use some, let's say, colors, so you can see that the colors is also specified here. So what I have done here, I have specified that the product name, particular with the product name, the quantity is greater than 8. You can see here the quantity all are greater than 8. Okay. So the remaining is not greater. So let's say, for example, here we have copiers, right? That is 227. Now what I do is I just edit it, and here greater than 300, and I'm loading it. So now I'm not getting the values. Now here I need to filter it again, because I have to do this is something which was sum. Okay. Now I'll take it for average. Greater than, again, if I'm taking 8. So you can see the values are there. And if I'm applying no case, so you can see the values. Here we have 9, the quantity is 9, and here we have the quantity is 10. For all the categories or and subcategories which I have. Okay, so this is how you can filter it with the condition. So any data which you have in numbers, maybe, okay, maybe the count, the, like here we have count, we have quantity, we have to find out any any number, like how much enrollment, okay, how many enrollment, how many clients, how many number of people. So if we have something on numbers, and if we want to apply the conditions based on numeric, so then you can use the condition tab from the filters here, and you can use the range from that. And from here also you can see if the data is in percentage, or you want to give the data is in percentile, or if there is any count average, so you can use all this. Now if I don't want anything, you can apply none, and then apply, and okay, everything is now back. Okay. So what I have to do now, if I'm checking show filter, you can see here show filter. Till now we have only one tab, show me, right now. But when we are applying filters, we are getting a magical tab here. This is for the quantity which we have created before, and now this is for the product name. Okay, here also if I am getting the dimensions, okay, this is for general tab. Here you can see this is a filter, and you can see here we have this filter option. So this is a magical tab which comes with every filter. We have created this with general. We have taken it for now here we will.
Excuse me, Dr. Ghazal. There's one query from Stanford in the chat window. May you please illustrate how the link transfer and the analyze contribute to Word document?
Okay, yes, I'm going to that. We will first create the dashboard and story, and then I'll be taking that to that particular point. Okay. So thank you, Stanford, for the question. Yes, the values are different. Yes, it's totally okay, no issues, because maybe it may happen that you have taken some other considerations, so no issues. The values are different. It is okay, totally okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so this is something which we have done with the dimensions. Now, going ahead, the next that we have is the measures. The last one we have the measures. So here, let's say I am taking for measures. Now in measures, I have right now these four things, right? The discount, profit, quantity, and sales. Okay. So for these measures, when we apply the sales, okay, or particular any other element, so then you can use that dimension filter. So let's say for okay, the measure filter. Okay, so now here, give me 2 minutes. It's not working. Okay, I'm so sorry. I just put the charger for this. Okay, so now the measure filter. When I'm talking about measure filter, see here we have one other option which will be applied only on the on the measures, or we can say the quantitative values. So we have profit field right now, for example. So let me do it for you. For this measure, what I'm taking is I'm taking the profit field. Okay. So now I have taken profit. Okay. And with this profit field, if I want to apply the filters, okay, for subcategory, okay, subcategory, and this is the profit. Okay, now you can see the values how I'm getting it. Subcategories, and I'm taking it in the profit. Now here I have not taken it in the tabular format. Why so? Because here also you can see the values are in negative and positive. But if I'm doing it in this way, so it is very much easy to understand that this is a median, and from here everything is in negative profit, and this is the positive one, right? So subcategory wise, I am checking for the profit here, and you can see that this profits, this side which is going in the left pen is negative, and here in the right side is all are positive. So now if I want to apply the filter on profit, so what you can do is here from profit, this is a measure which we have. Now I just take the profit here, and from this you can see that we are getting a new way to get the field. So from here we have the average, and then I'm just selecting it. So this is another way which we have for quantitative values. In the data which we have is in characters, right? We have it in characters. So we have done for all the things. We have checked the character wise also. We have checked the values with the particular complete name also. But now here, when we have the data in numbers, in numerical values, we can give some range. So here you can see I have by default the value which I have selected for the profit of subcategory, that is ranging from 17 minus 17,725. So here you can see this is something the data which I have. See, minus 17,725. Yes, this is the negative, most negative, and this is the most positive value. Okay, which is this one. So what I am doing is when I have to apply the filter on any measure, let's say for example on profit, you are using, let's say, sum, and here I'm getting the value which is minus 17,775 and plus 55,618. Now let's say for example here I don't want the negative values. I am applying the filters. I don't want the negative profit. So what I do, I just set a range. So my range is now from 0 to whatever positive, the highest positive value. So I am now applying it and clicking on OK. Now you can see all the negative profit has removed. The subcategories which have the negative profit is now removed. And again for this, if I want a magic box, so you can see here I have a show filter. You can see here I'm getting the magic box which gives me the range here. So similarly, as we have the magic box here for region also, we have it for another let's say for condition also, and here also you can have it in uh, inside, right? So you can even set the data uh, for only negative values. Let's say, for example, you are able to see that you are getting some negative profit in for some subcategories, and you need to work on that. Why we are getting profit in negative, right? So, company or organization need to perform some data, some particular decision on that particular category or on that particular product. Maybe that product is not good, maybe that product price is high, maybe that product's quantity is less, so that's why it is not working in the market. So first of all the organization needs to understand that that product or which product is not making money, which product is in loss, which is making negative profit. So that is how you will get you will get it from the filter which we have right now applied. Now you can see if I remove the filter, everything is available. But when I want to check that, let's say for any organization want to check that which are having the negative values. Okay, so now if I do it till zero, okay,
Excuse
which
me,
are the
Gadal.
products which are not
Dr.
making
Gadal,
money.
Dr. Shilpa has a query in the chat window, please.
Okay, yes, I am doing it again, once again for you, Dr. Shilpa. So, what I'm doing is I'm just taking, I have removed everything. Just take a new worksheet and rows, take subcategories to the rows, this, and profit as a column. So, you will get this. Now, if I take or if I want it in more clarity, what you can do is you can even take profit in the colors. So you can see these are the different positive profits and these are the negative profits. Now, what I want is, let's say, for example, any organization has this data and they need to understand that my bookcases and supplies and table, this is making company in loss. This is not the positive profit. So I want to check that what are the categories which are in profit or which are the categories which are in loss, so that I can work on that, right? So for that we need to perform the filters on profit. What I'm doing is I have just taken profit here, and I'm dragging and dropping it to the filters. When I'm doing it, we have the sum option, and we have various other options. Yes, you can apply it. So now if I'm doing it on the sum option, here we are able to see the range. All the options we have, if I want to check at least this, like if I have checked at least 5 years of experience, it may be six, it may be seven, it may be 10. So at least 5 years of experience comes here. At most also comes here. At most will also come here. And if you want, you can even have some special field which will apply for null values, non-null values, or all values. So what you can do is, let's say for example, here I am doing it for range values. When I am having range for all, and if I want to check all the negative values, okay. So what you can see is, I just take negative values and applied zero here till four till plus. So here you can see all the negative values are available. Now my measure, which is profit, is now filtered based on the condition which I have applied, based on the range which I have set. It is from the negative, the most negative to the zero. Okay, so this is how we are creating filters. I hope everyone is now understood what are the filters, how we apply the filters. See, this is something which we have taken in very short. Okay, so you can even apply it on another regions, another fields also. You can apply it on product name, region, ship date, states, okay, or any other measures also. So that sales, discounts, okay. So you can see or you can apply, just give some time afterwards, and you can use all these measures and filters to do the filtering. So here also you can see that this is a particular magic box which come with the filters, and you can even take the description or a simple description of your filter which you have applied. Okay, so till this point I hope everyone is done. We have the filters, we have used these filters, and we have created some analysis, we have done some analysis. Any query? I'm just giving 2 more minutes. Everyone, if anybody is lagging behind or if anybody want to do this, and afterwards we are going ahead for the next part, which is the important. Of course, now everything we are doing, but how to show it? Yes, how to display it, how to show it, how to present it. So for that we have the dashboard and story for us. So everyone, just next 1 to 2 minutes. Please, everyone, do this. Can I go ahead? Thanks, Tanvi. Thank you, Tarun. So now I hope that here down in your, uh, here in the down right side, down you have various sheets, right? You have various sheets, so that if we can take all these together to the dashboards. Okay, so don't close this Tableau. We will be doing the same on this Tableau worksheet only. Thank you so much, everyone, for allowing me to go ahead. Okay, so thank you. Now, what we are doing is we have this uh, general dimension, date, condition, measures, everything with us. Now, what we are doing is we will be performing the dashboards. So here you can see we have an option of dashboard. This is first one, which is the sheet. This is the another one, which is the dashboard. So now here I am clicking and you can see first dashboard is created now. Yes. So first dashboard. Now when I am able to see that here we are not getting any such left pen which we have in the sheet. So first of all, let us understand what the dashboard is. So when I'm talking about dashboard, dashboard is something wherein you have to show your effective analysis. Okay, till now we have worked everything with the Tableau. We have seen the features and the limitations, everything from the Tableau. Now from here we are not performing any analysis. We are not doing any visualization. Everything which was there, we have done it. But now, if we are doing something, if we have done analysis, we have captured the data which is required, but then how to show it, how to give or how to present your visualization. So for making or for transforming your data into actionable insights and to make the decisions on that you can do with the dashboards. Okay, so why we are doing it here, we have a wonderful term that is decision making. Why this visualization is required? Yes, of course, for decision making. So for example, right now we have seen that some three products are in loss. So for that loss, some decision will be taken, and then that action will perform so that that particular product will come into the profits also. So how you can do it? We have decision making for that. Now, dashboard. If I'm talking this word, this is a simple English word which we have not only for Tableau. This is not a technical word. This is a simple English word, dashboard. So if I give an example, a quick example, wonderful example that we have is a car dashboard. We have four wheelers and we have a dashboard of it. What we are able to see on that? We are able to see everything, all the things on the dashboard. We can see the fuel, we can see the speed, we can see the seat belts, the doors, and brakes, everything on that panel. So that is what, that is the car dashboard where I am able to see all the things together at a time. Yes, all the things together at a time. So in computers also, in the field of data analysis also, when you have done with the analysis, you have to show it, and it is very good if you can show it in one frame. Now, for example, we have various in various area we have CCTV cameras and one system which is operating it. So if that CCTV camera has a footage on all different pages, then the particular operator who is operating it will have to check again from this window to that window, then camera 2, then camera third, then camera 5, like this. But then everything all together on the same window, a small windows, it will give much effect. In one glance only we are able to see all the cameras detail. So same way, if we have the data analysis, let's say 5 data analysis we have done, 5 graphs we have created. So now for that 5 graphs, we have to show it on the panel right away. And that, if you can show it with the sheet wise, first sheet, then second sheet, then third sheet, it will take time and not that much catchy. But in the other form, if you have the data or the analysis in this format for all the sheets, so this is a particular bar chart which is created in one sheet. This is a pie chart which we created in another sheet. Okay, this is another chart. This is line chart. These are the different charts type which gets created, and we have kept it in one window for simplicity to understand or for good visualization. So this is how the dashboard works. Everything created and shown on one page. That is nothing but the dashboard. So understanding dashboards is we have multiple visualization on the same page. It is an interactive element. Yes, we have, let's say for example now, if I have created five charts, but for one team, I have to show the two, and the next team I have to show the three. So this is audience. My audience are different, but the work which I have done is for all. So for the first audience, I need only two graphs. So then there you can create two dashboards, one with those two graphs and another with those three graphs, remaining three graphs. So this is audience and purpose, like what is your audience and what you want to show. Based on that, you can create the dashboards. Then yes, it will give you clarity. It gives you the hierarchy. It is very consistent. It is simple. You can even use colors for that. So it has interactive elements. You can apply filters, you can apply parameters, actions are there, you can apply the links. So where you click it, you can get to that visualization. You can highlight, you can even provide tool tips. And it is used for performance and optimization. So you, of course, you can use data source optimization, efficient calculations, and all this filtering techniques. So now I'll just take it again for the practical. I'll just not give much time on the theory. So now you can see here we are on the next step, which is dashboard. I have just selected it. I have not done anything. But now here I am able to see that my left pen is very different with the first which we have in the sheets. In the sheets, we have directly the columns of the table. But now here when I have the dashboard, here in this dashboard, we are getting different sheets available. So you can see we have this general tab, we have the sheets, we have dimension, date dimension, condition. So what you can see here, you can see that we have the the sheets, all the sheets which we have created is now available here. All the sheets which we have is now available here. So for general sheet 2 dimensions, date, dimension, everything with whatever we have created is now available. So basically the concern here is in dashboard we are not creating anything new. We use the things which we have already created to show it at one place. Simple. We are not creating anything new here. So that's why whatever we have created is now coming here. And according to that, you can put it the sheet, put the values here in this data, in this area. So you can see draw sheets here. Now again, as we know that this is a drag and drop tool. So what we do is, let's say for example, I have to show this first sheet, which is demonstrating my general tab. So I'm just dragging it and dropping it. This is my dashboard, which is available for first sheet. Now again, let's say for example, if I have any data, okay, so sheet 2, okay. Now let's say I have to take this sheet 2 again So now when I have two things, you can see the area is now shadowed where I can put it. I have just dragged it. You can see I can put it here, I can put it here, I can put it this side, that side. So I'm, let's say I'm putting it hit this side. Okay. Now the next one, let's say this condition. I want to put it somewhere. So you can see the the area which is shadow. It is showing me where I can drop it. So let's say I'm dropping it here. Okay. And the next again, let's say I'm taking measures and the measures I'm putting it here. So what I'm doing is now my four analysis is available at the same time in one sheet only. And all the filters which I have applied, the filters are available with this magic box also. You can of course delete it if you want, but you can even use it or for the demonstration also. So now here you can see that I have created a dashboard with four data. Okay. And now how I show it, because this is something which is on the Tableau. If I need to present it, of course, if I have created something, I need to present it, right? So we have the option of presentation mode. Just click here and you will get the data in presentation. So when I'm clicking it here, you can see my data is available in this mode. All the data available in presentation mode. If I escape it, you can see it is now again in the different mode. From here, you can select the view. Okay. So if I am selecting the view, entire view. Okay. So you can see that the data is available. Okay. This is how you can select or you can create the dashboards. So everyone kindly please create a dashboard here and then we can quickly go for the story. Okay, let me define the steps again, or let me do, okay, I'll create the dashboard again. So now what I'm doing is I have just created again a dashboard. I've clicked on dashboard. Whatever field whatever sheet I want, I just use it from here. So for example, let's say a general one, first one, and let's say the second one. Okay, and you can even adjust it from here. Okay, the size, or if you want to cancel this, you can cancel it. Okay, when you want, you can drag it and drop it. And again, the next one is condition. Okay, now what I do is I'll just, okay, no issues. You can even change the type of graph so that everything will look differently. Now here we have all this is in bar format. You can even take another type of graph so that it will give you more idea. Right? So here you can see we have just drag and drop the sheets which we want to show or to present for my presentation, and we have to just use it for entire view, or you can see the values or the data. This is how you can present it. Now, these are the values which we have taken is totally based on us or the requirement which we have. You can clearly take any data, any values which you want. Now here, from here you can even set the values, or you can just use it in the floating way. Okay, control visibility using values. So you can just do it and show title. If I'm not using this, the titles will be disappear. Okay. So there are various settings that you can do for the layouts, for the proper like how we want to show it, device preview, how it will get view. Okay. So on mobile, you can see in it this way. Okay. If we go to default, it is in this way. Okay, you can see that I have used the desktop view for this device type. You can see that this is how it will see on the desktop. So I'm just giving 2 more minutes and then we'll go off to the story. I hope everyone enjoying this. Thanks, Murdula. Thanks, Dr. Kernels. I really feel very good, very proud that everyone is joining the sessions. Everyone is getting or feeling it interesting. If you are done, please put done in the chat box. Thank you, Dr. Pali. If you're done, if you want me to go to the storytelling, okay, we are done. Okay, I can see done messages. Okay, so let's go to the story now. So, next, this is something which we have done is for the dashboard, and the final last box in the toolbar which we have here is the story. Okay, so till if we have started, if you remember, we have started with the data source only. We have covered the sheets, we have covered the dashboards, and we are now to the story. So what I'm doing is I'm just clicking on this new story, and again you can see the look and feel is different in the left pane. How it is different? It is different because it is also including the dashboards, not only the sheets, but it is also including the dashboards. That's why we are going in this way, the step by step. So first we have covered the sheets, then the dashboards, and now we are going to come with the stories. Now, as you all know, that story is something for the very young, like for the kids, right? So let us become a kid now and remember the books which we have in our childhood. So the books which we have in the childhood has less words, more pictures, which has less words, more pictures. So it is more interesting. It depicts more knowledge. It is more understandable to the kids. So here also, when I'm talking about to the stories, in story we are not keeping any data or any uh, content. We are just having the storybook, and for this book we have different pages. So if I'm talking about the storybook, that book also have different pages, first, then second, then connected third, then connected fourth, like this. So here also what we do is we create a story, we narrate it in that form that it will picturize the things properly. So for example, if I want to create a story for filters, for displaying the demo or for demonstrating the filters. Okay, so right now I have all the sheets which we have created for filters. That's why I have taken this scenario. For example, I want to create a story for demonstrating the filters. So the first page, which is very much simple, I have taken is general tab. What I'm doing is I'm just dragging and dropping it here, where it is shown that drag your sheet. Yes, I've dragged it. But now you can see that here I am getting only one sheet. As I have in dashboard, there are various other sheets that you can take, right? But here it is not allowing me. It is just saying me replace. If you can see here, it is saying me replace. But I don't want to replace. I want to take all the pages. So for example, this is the first page of my story. Now for second page, I have to create a new blank page. And when I create a blank page, you can see the pages are now created up. So for example, now on sheet 2 or page 2, I am creating this sheet 2. Let's create another one which is taking my dimensions this. Let's take another one which is showing me date dimension, which is this. Again, the next one which shows me this condition, and then the next one which is showing me measure filter, and again the next in which I can take the dashboard also. I've taken the dashboard. So what I'm doing is I'm just clicking blank, blank, blank to get the new pages for my story. Now I have created the story wherein I have used all the data which I have created, including dashboard, for my story. So you can see whenever I click on this first, you have this first graph. If I'm clicking on second, you have this second page, then third page, then fourth page, and so on. Online. Then there we have the page numbers which go in this way, page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So what we have to do is we can create the pages like that. How we can create is we have the layout option. text you can have. Okay, that text you can have here, and you can type the text here. So let's say I am typing any text. So let's say case 1. Again, let's say case 2, case D, or page 3, page 1, whatever you want, you can write. Okay. In the same way, I am just putting to all the pages. Okay. I'm doing it for all the pages. It's case 7. So 7 pages I have created, and you can see I am getting here. I have written case. You can even give more context. Okay, more text you can give. Now when I'm doing slideshow, so you can see how I can see. So okay, you can explain it in this way. This is the case first. You can give the brief of this, then go to the next. Then you can give the brief of this. You can go to this. This is a very good way to give your analysis one after the another, in maybe year wise, maybe day wise, maybe product wise. You can give the product name here. Okay, and you can give for product 1, product 2, product 3, then year wise, maybe year 1, 2015, 2016, 2017, like this. So you can create the stories based on the analysis, and then you can show it in this form. Again, if I don't want the text to be available in these boxes, you can even have the numbers, which is very much simple. 1, 2, 3, 4 in this way. You can go to page 2, page 3. Normally, we have this on online pages, newspaper. Even if I don't want to provide the content in this way, okay, numbering or any text, you just want some symbols. So you can even have the dots, which we usually have in the news. Or even you can have the arrows like this. So you can, I just do a slideshow for you for everything, so you can see how it will look. This is the next page. This is the next page. This is the next page. Just give your presentation and click here to get the new page. Okay. Here also, if I just convert it for dots and I'm doing the slideshow, you can see the data. Just click here, then next, and you will get the data available for your story. So here I am doing for numbers, and again I am checking it so you can see the numbers. You can directly go to the fifth, sixth, or you can take it from the arrows like this. Okay, so this is the story which we have in Tableau, wherein we are not creating again anything. We are presenting what we have created. So story and dashboard is a way to present your analysis or visualization which you have done in very one wonderful way. You give the various layouts, you give various size, you give various effects to get or to show it more presentable. So dashboards and story, we are using it for not creating new sheets or new analysis. The left pen which we have in the dashboard and in the stories has all the sheets which we have created. It involves all the sheets which we have created, and in story it involves all the sheets and even the data dashboard also. Okay, so this is about story, and this is the presentation tab or presentation mode, from where you can get the data, from where you can apply the data for presentation mode. So everyone, I'm giving you 2 to 3 minutes. Please apply this, or please create the story now. Okay, for presentation view, I have click live. You can click here. This is a presentation mode where you can click. This is the option from where you can go live or present it. Everyone, please create the story. You can even create two stories, one with three sheets, another with another three sheets. Based on the data and the scenarios which you have, you can create one or more dashboards or one or many stories also. Yes, Pali. Yes, it is. You are very correct. We have created visualizations first, and now we are actually showing visualization in different ways. So this is actually a business intelligence tool which creates the data visualization and which allows you to show it or present it. Yes, if you are done with the dashboard, please type in the chat box dashboard done. Thank you, Tanvi. Please try the story, those who are done with the dashboard. Okay, thank you so much, Pali, for your question. Yes, actually, the Tableau is actually a tool for data visualization and storytelling only. So we can use it for various data which you have. The data is wide, and we will use this Tableau for the data science and data analysis part. So it is for data visualization too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Suchi. So if you are completed with the dashboard, you can go ahead with the story and you can create various story based on the different layouts. You can give caption boxes, you can give numbers, you can create, use the dots for it, and you can even use the arrows for this. Okay, so Dr. Bhumika, I would love to take your question here, but now here the question in this you are mentioning data sheet. Is it a data sheet or is it a data set? If any changes is made in the Excel sheet, if you are talking, yes, the Excel sheet, right? So once we connected the dashboard, once we connected our data set with the Tableau, afterwards, if you have done any changes in the data set, it will not reflect here. Okay, if whatever data set you already connected, that will be the data which is available in the tableau. If you are doing any changes in the data set, then of course it is not reflected here. It is just for connection. Okay, then afterwards tableau will not give back the data and data set will not give back give data here. Yes, any queries? Okay. So I hope that everyone is done with the story also, everyone done with the dashboard also. Now, I'll just give a quick summary, whatever we have done, and you can see the storytelling. There are best practices. You can define the audiences. You can sketch the layouts. You can use it for testing purpose also. And the conclusion for this is now we have already covered the most what like so many topics from the Tableau. We are now able to get do the connections. We are now able to do the data visualizations. We are now able to create the charts and graphs and find the insights. We are able to create the dashboards for the data sets or for the sheets or for the analysis which we have created. Even we are able to present it in more effective way with the help of stories. So now I would love to conclude this session that this is a particular Tableau FDP which we have covered is is for informed decisions wherein you create the dashboards and you create the data driven decisions. And yes, of course, this is a particular software which is vast in its feature. So it will just allow it. I would appreciate if you go continuous learning with this tab. So again, yes, of course, as we are finishing this FDP, I will not leave you without the MCQs, of course. So quickly, uh, please give me the answers if you have. Yes, in the Tableau, what is filter action? Please be quick to give the answers of this MCQ. Yes, so the answer was C. Okay. The next is which type of filter is applied first when we talk about. Okay, I'm so sorry, I have given the output also. So that is data source filter. Now, what is the purpose of using context filter? Okay. So the answer is B. Yes, true that the answer is B. It increase the performance and dependency others filters. Yes. Now for creating a filter on in which shelf we have to drop the field. Yes, of course, it's a B filter. Okay. And now for dashboard, what is the dashboard? Is it a worksheet? Is it a canvas? Is it a type of filter? Yes, true, very true. So it's B that it is a canvas where multiple visualization can be combined. And the final one, what do you mean by story now? Is it a video? Is it a data source type of filters? Yes, it's A where we are having the collection of dashboards and text for all the data driven narrative. So this is A. Thank you so much, everyone, those who have joined with me. I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope the session is informative. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Thank you, Dr. Sakib and School of Technology, for giving me the opportunity. If you have any query afterwards, also please feel free to connect with me. I am available through mail and call. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Ghazal. It's my great honor and privilege to deliver a vote of thanks on behalf of School of Technology for the enriching and insightful session that you have taken. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to you for taking time to share your valuable knowledge and expertise with us. Your presentation throughout was not only thought provoking but also inspiring, offering us a fresh perspective on Tableau and Excel. I mean, an advanced level of it. So the clarity of your insight and depth of your analysis has left a lasting impression on all of us. So thank you on behalf of School of Technology and for gracing us with your presence and for making these 4 sessions of FDP a memorable one for all of us. Thank you, Dr. Ghazal, and thank you, Parabo, for all the support. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you, everyone. Good day.